Hi everyone, it's Mel here. How are you doing? Hope you're having a wonderful day. In this video, I am going to share with you why the therapy that I use to rapidly help my clients recover from years and decades of self-destructive eating behaviours, how it works so quickly, and really to kind of help people to understand the power of resolving the real problem. And so I get questions all the time doubting like my, why I say I can rapidly help people recover because of the traditional therapy modalities, because traditional therapy like talk therapy, as you're familiar with it, takes weeks, months, and even years. Some of my past clients were in therapy for years that their best friend was a therapist because they've gone to therapy for that long. And some of the other therapy as well will use many methods and techniques to help you stabilize your emotions, because emotions tend to be the driver of why we go for those compulsions to eat when you're not hungry. And the reasons why these methods don't work, and I'm not saying they're not good, and as I explained to one of the people that questioned this, it is good if you feel you have that sort of state of mind to be able to implement those techniques. For example, if you are really head deep in your emotional turmoil and you are fogged by this food thoughts and this inner battle with your thoughts and those destructive behaviors, when they say go for a walk, those destructive thoughts and behaviors are following you on that walk. Or you're doing your tapping and it works just for 5 minutes, and guess what, 5 minutes later those thoughts are invading your mind again. Or go and phone a friend, but you phone a friend, you're fine again for those precious hours, and then again you're going back, because as I've explained to my past clients, the methods, even though they are good, they're only good as a way to cope with life, as in, the general challenges of life, but it doesn't resolve the real problem. With my therapy, something that I have literally spent decades of trying to find this perfect therapy to help my clients to recover rapidly, does without any of the fluff, without those techniques, because those techniques are just addressing the symptoms as they happen. They don't address what the real problem is. And with the method that I do with Rapid Recovery Transformational Therapy, my clients and I, we dig real deep down to the core, into the center, right beneath where the problem lies. And together we untie it, and it's under lots of layers. The problem is under lots of layers, not just one thing. There's lots of layers that are driving these compulsions and these addictions and the destructive thoughts. But together, the client and I, my clients and I, the successful clients and I, the reasons why they have rapid recovery is because in this session, we do not stop until we've undone all those things that are covering up the binge eating, until there's nothing left. And it was really funny. I was like having a chat with like a potential client today, and she said, a really good thing, like an example is like people suffer from like OCD, like putting the oven on and then turning it off, and they have to go back and check it 50 times to make sure they've turned the oven off. And And eating disorder thoughts is a little bit like that. Even though you know logically you shouldn't be having those thoughts, but you keep thinking those destructive thoughts anyway. And it's almost like that, checking the oven if it's turned off. You really can't help it with all the tools in the world. You know you shouldn't have those destructive thoughts. You're trying to calm yourself down, and yet you're going back to, I hate myself, I feel fat, I destroy my body, why am I doing this? These are just so pervasive. However, when you deal with the root of the problem, just like the way that people think, why do people keep checking the oven for, as in not normal? When you resolve the root problem, those eating disorder thoughts is just like alien to you, just like you are alien to checking your oven. You'll be looking at those eating disorder thoughts with clear lenses, because you wouldn't, if you don't have those eating disorder thoughts, those disordered, destructive thought cycles, then you wouldn't focus on food. And if you don't focus on food, then you don't have the urges. If you don't have the urges, then you don't binge. And if you don't binge, then you wouldn't be unhealthy. If you're not unhealthy, then weight, if you have excess weight, unhealthy excess weight that needs shedding, you'll naturally find the weight equilibrium. And when you find that weight equilibrium, that means balance, guess what? Your health becomes better, your skin becomes better, you get more energy. When you're more energetic, you feel more positive, and you'll feel more positive, your social life gets better, the sex gets better. If the sex gets better, you get more like attention, a great attention, or whatever it is. It has a knock-on effect, and it's all by digging deep into the real problem and not just addressing the binge eating, which a lot of diets do, which a lot of like traditional therapy, which is great for just talking about your problems, talking about your childhood trauma. I don't know how many of you have been talking about your childhood trauma forever, and you're still going back to those destructive behaviours. Talking about it is not the same as resolving the problem. So I hope that's kind of cleared matters up. It may sound like it's a miracle, this rapid recovery transformational therapy that I consistently help my clients recover from as little as one powerful session, albeit it may last up to 3 hours, sometimes 4 hours. But 3 hours to 4 hours compared to years and decades of trying the same old traditional therapy, I know which one I'd rather choose. And I tell you what, I'm very sad that this option wasn't offered to me when I was suffering for over 2 decades of self-sabotage, because I would have paid my life for it. I would have paid all my savings for this, because it does sound like too good to be true. But it's logic, it's science. It's almost like if you were walking past your bedroom and you've had 12 hours sleep, you wouldn't walk past your bedroom and think, oh, I'm going to have a nap just in case. And that's what it feels like to be food thoughts free. Why would you think about food until you're ready to eat again? Why would you think about food until you were hungry? Why would you think about food unless you had to? And that is the start of everything, and that is only resolved by digging deep, removing the thing that underpins those thoughts, and then that has a knock-on effect, just like dominoes. No food thoughts, no urges, no self-sabotage, everything knocks over. And I tell you what, some of the things has been crazy. Some of the results my clients have experienced to resolving problems with their body, like restless leg and fibromyalgia and asthma and breathing, sleep apnea. They are linked to this one root cause. And guess what? As soon as we yanked out that root of that problem, even physical things start changing. And everyone is different, so every situation is different. So there is no like this is the exact result. The stopping the binge eating, the stopping the food thoughts is just the beginning of the transformation. It's just a teeny weeny bit, and other methods just concentrate on that little tiny weeny bit. And when you do the Rapid Recovery Transformational Therapy, that is just the little tiny bit, and the rest is just whoa, get ready for your whole life to change. Can you tell how excited I am? Because I'm so excited, because it's just so quick, so painless. You can enjoy life now and not wait weeks, months, years of constant hard work. So anyway, if you like the sound of that, you know where I am. You can go onto my Facebook banner and book a free screening call to find out a little bit more on how that works. But that's pretty much it. But I will, I'll go into that in more detail. It is free just for that call to see whether or not we are, just to look into what you're suffering right now, and we'll go through all the details. And if you have any questions, send me a private message, or if you're watching this on Instagram, you can just go on my bio and you can book a free call then. So until next time, as always, stay strong. Mwah. Love to you all. Bye bye.